Hello and welcome to my science tutorials. In today's video, we want to look at how to factorize algebraic expressions. So without further delay, let's begin. So let's look at the first example that we have. We are to factorize the expression 12x minus 18y. So this is the expression we are to factorize. So we have 12x minus 18y. So this is equal to, now when you want to factorize, the first thing you need to do is to look at the coefficient of the variables that we have. So we have 12 and 18. So you try to write the factors of 12 and 18, or the numbers that can easily divide 12 and 18 without a remainder. So if you take 12 and 18, the factors that can easily divide them, we have 2. 2 can easily go into 12 and 18. 3 can also do that, and then 6 can also go into 12 and 18 very easily. Now these numbers becomes the factors of 12 and 18. Over here we need to pick the largest factor so that it is easier for us to operate with. So we factor out 6 because 6 is common for this. So we write 6 outside, then we open a bracket. Now 6 times what will give you 12? 2. 6 times 2 will give you 12. So you write 2 inside the bracket and you add the variable x. Then you bring the sign. Now how many times will this 6 outside the bracket go into 18? It will go there 3 times. So you write that 3 over here and then you attach the variable y. So your final answer becomes 6 into bracket 2x minus 3y after you are done factorizing the expression given above. So what is the point over here? The answer that we have, if we expand the bracket, we are going to get a question. So 6 multiplied by 2x will give us 12x. 6 multiplied by negative 3y will give us negative 18y. So it's just an expression that brings out a factor and then some numbers with their variables inside the bracket. Alright, so let's have a look at another example. So we have to factorize the expression s squared minus 2xy plus 3xz. So this is the expression we have to factorize. Now if you look at the expression, the coefficient of the x squared term is 1. The coefficient of xy term is negative 2. The coefficient of xz term is 3. Now what is common among all these variables that we have? We have x here, x here, x here. So x is common for all the variables. So we factor that x out. So if you bring that x out, we open a bracket. Now what will you multiply by this x to get this x squared? X. So x multiplied by x will give you x squared. Then you proceed minus 2y. It means if you multiply x by negative 2y, you get negative 2x at the top over here. Then you have plus. Here we have 3xz. So here becomes 3z. So if you multiply the x by 3z, we get 3xz. So this becomes our answer for factorizing the expression above. Alright, so let's go ahead and factorize the following expression. So we have to factorize the following expression. So we have I 72f minus 36g minus 48h. I 12a plus 15b minus 18c. I 12k squared plus 144 km minus 72 kn. Then IV p squared minus pq plus pr. Okay, so we have to factorize the following expressions. So this is very easy. Let's go ahead and look at the solution that we have. So we have 72f minus 36g minus 48h. Now if you look at all these variables, you can see that 72f minus 36g minus 48h, there is a number that can go exactly into 72. That same number can go into 36, and that number can also go into 48. So we need to find that number. And what is that number? Now, 12 can go into 72, it can go into 36, it can also go into 48. So we factor 12 out because 12 is common for all these numbers, or the coefficient of the variables that we have over here. So we factor 12 out. So we open a bracket. What number will you multiply by 12 to get 72? That is 6. So 12 multiplied by 6 will give us 72. So we now add our f to it. Then minus 12 multiplied by what will give you 36? 3. So 12 times 3 will give us 36. So we now add the g. Then minus 12 times 4 will give us 48. So we add the h. So our final answer becomes 12 outside bracket 6f minus 3g minus 4h. So that becomes the answer for the first expression. So let's tackle the second expression. We have 12a plus 15b minus 18c. Over here is the same as the first one. There's a number that can go into 12, 15, and 18 without any remainder, and that number is 3. So we factor the 3 out, then we open bracket. 3 multiplied by 4 will give us 12, so we write 4a here. Then plus 3 multiplied by 5 will give us 15, so we write 5b here. Minus 3 multiplied by 6 will give us 18, so 6c. So this becomes our answer. 3 outside bracket into bracket 4a plus 5b minus 6c. That becomes our answer. So we have 12k squared plus 144 km minus 72 kn. Okay, now if we look through this particular example, we see that the coefficient of the variables that we have, 12, 144, and 72, there's a number that can go into all of them exactly. And then again, there's another common factor over here. That is, we have k squared here, we have k here, we have k here. So k is common among all of them. Alright, so we also need to factor k out. So if we look through all these terms over here, we see that 12 can go into 12, 12 can go into 144, 12 can also go into 72. So we factor 12 out. Not only 12, k is also common, so we factor 12k out, 12k. Then into bracket. Here we'll be only left with k. So 12k multiplied by k will give us 12k squared. Then plus 12 multiplied by 12 will give us 144. So we have 12m over here. So 12k multiplied by 12m will give us 144km. Then minus 12 multiplied by 6 will give us 72. So we have 6n because the k has already been factored out. So this becomes our answer. 12k outside bracket, then into bracket k plus 12m minus 6n. So let's look at the last one. The last one we have here is p squared minus pq plus pr. So this is also fairly easy. We can see that p is common among all the terms that we have over here, so we need to factor p out. So we write p outside bracket, then into bracket p minus, over here we'll be left with q, then plus r. So if we use p to multiply everything here, we get all that we have at the top over here. So this is a simple example on how to factorize. But let's look at a more complex examples. So we are to simplify the following expressions, factorizing the answer where possible. So let's look at that. So the instruction is to simplify the following expression. The following expressions, factorizing the answers where possible. All right, so we have 8 into bracket 3x plus 2y plus 4 into bracket x plus 3y. 2 into bracket 3a minus 4b minus plus 5c minus 3 into bracket 2a minus 5b minus c. Then I, we have 4 into bracket L plus W plus H plus 3 into bracket 2L minus W minus 2H plus 5W. Now, alright, so we have to simplify the expressions and then factorize the answers where possible. So let's go ahead and see how to solve this problem. Now you can go ahead and try the expressions, find your answer, factorize the answer if possible, and then we compare at the end to see if we are all correct or on the same page. So let's write down the solution. So we have I, 8 into bracket 3x plus 2y, then plus 4 outside bracket x plus 3y. Alright, so the first thing we need to do over here is to expand the bracket so that we can see everything standing by their own. Then we group them and then we simplify them. Alright, so if we multiply 8 by 3, we are going to get 24. So we have 24x over here plus 8 multiplied by 2, that is going to give us 16y. Then plus 4 multiplied by s will give us 4x. Plus 4 multiplied by 3 will give us 12y. Alright, so from here we can now group like terms. So we have 24x plus 4s, then plus 16y plus 12y. Alright, so 24x plus 4x will give us 28x plus 16y plus 12y will give us 28y. Now, if you look at the answer that we have over here, you can see that 28 is common for both terms, so we can factor it out. So we factor out 28, so we have 28 outside bracket, then into bracket x plus y. So 28 outside bracket x plus y becomes our final answer for the first expression. Alright, so let's look at the second expression, I. So the second expression is 2 into bracket 3a minus 4b plus 5c, then minus 3 outside bracket 2a minus 5b minus c. Alright, so as usual, we need to expand the bracket first. So this is equal to 2 multiplied by 3a will give us 6a, then minus 2 multiplied by 4b will give us 8b, then plus 2 multiplied by 5c will give us 10c, minus 3 multiplied by 2 will give us 6a, 3 multiplied by negative 5b will give us positive 15b, then 3 multiplied by negative c will give us positive 3c. Alright, so now that we are done expanding, we need to group like terms. So we have 6a, then we have minus 6a, that is all for a, then we have minus 8b plus 15b, then plus 10c plus 3c. Okay, so I have 6a, negative 6a, negative 8b, negative 8b, 15b, 15b, 10c, positive 3c, positive 3c. Okay, it's very important to always check the signs to make sure you don't change the signs when you are rearranging or you are grouping like items. All right, so 6a minus 6a, that will give us 0. Negative 8b plus 15b, that will give us 7b. Then plus 10c plus 3c, that will give us 13c. All right, so 7b plus 13c, there's no number that is a factor of 7 and at the same time a factor of 13 apart from 1. So there's no number that can exactly divide 7 and 13 exactly. So there's no factor over here, and then it means we cannot factor any further. So this is our answer for this expression. Now let's have a look at the last expression that we have over here. So I. So we have 4 into bracket L plus W plus H plus 3 outside bracket 2L minus W minus 2H plus 5W. Alright, so as usual, we need to expand the bracket. So we use 4 to multiply everything in the bracket here. So we have 4L plus 4W plus 4H plus, we use 3 to multiply everything here. 3 multiplied by 2L, that will give us 6L minus 3 multiplied by W will give us 3W minus 3 multiplied by 2H will give us 6H, then plus 5W. So we group items over here. So we have 4L plus another L over here, that is 6L, then plus 4W. The next W is minus 3W. The next one is plus 5W. Then we move on to the H. We have plus 4H, then minus 6H. Alright, so we can go ahead and simplify. We have 4 plus 6, that is 10, plus 4, that will give us 14. Sorry, 4L plus 6L, that will give us 10L, plus 4W minus 3W, that will give us 1W or W, plus 5W will give us 6W. Then we have 4H minus 6H, that will give us negative 2H. So we have negative 2H over here. Now if we look at our answer, we realize that there is a common factor that can divide every coefficient over here. So there's a factor that can go into 10, 6, and 2 at the same time, and that number is 2. So we factor 2 out, then into bracket we have 5L plus 3W minus H. So it means if we use 2 to expand the bracket, we are going to get what we have at the top over here. So this becomes our final answer after we've expanded the bracket. We had this expression, we rearrange the expression, we simplify the expression, and then we factor out the common factor to get our final answer. So this is how we factorize simple algebraic expressions in mathematics. So thank you once again for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.